is up, guys? EJ here, back with another video, and today it's going to be my Blu-ray DVD update for March 23rd, 2020. So obviously 2 weeks ago I gave you my new apartment tour, and a lot has changed in those 2 weeks, obviously. So I hope everybody is staying home, staying happy and healthy as best you can during these times. Yeah, I mean, it's really kind of crazy what's been going on over the past week and a half, but gotta keep braving on through it, I guess. So yeah, like I said, got a Blu-ray update for you. I've got 8 new movies to show you, all from 2018. Still working on my wish list from a couple years ago. Sort of a crime thriller haul today. Most of these films fall under that category. So yeah, I did show you my apartment tour last time around, and I have a little update on that. So if you saw my bedroom, I had this one new case that I got with my James Bond display on top there, and I also got these 2 new cases built. With my die-cast collection of cars up there. Some of my box sets are up there that can't fit at the moment. So these are all completely full. And the 3 I have on the other side of the room, which I showed you. So this basically takes all the way, my collection all the way down to like most of my Criterion collection. Some of my Criterion collection is on the floor right now. So I still need to get another case for my TV box sets, which are in the living room at the moment. So that is the update, basically, on my progress as far as getting my collection up and running. So anyway, let's get on with the updates. So yeah, some decent movies in here. Up first, we have Bad Times at the Royale. Yeah. Written and directed by Drew Goddard. Really good cast. Jeff Bridges, Dakota Johnson, John Hamm, Chris Hemsworth. Yeah, a group of strangers all congregate at this motel in Tahoe. Good little thriller. Sort of has the same vibe as Identity. Really good film with John Cusack from, I think, 2005 or so. Like that film a lot. Yeah, I really dug it. Good cast, good little thriller, I thought. Bad Times at the El Royale. Alright, up next we have The Girl in the Spider's Web with Claire Foy. Of course, playing the role of Elizabeth Salander. Yeah, not as good as the original trilogy. I'm a huge fan of the Stieg Larsson trilogy with Noomi Rapace as the lead. The remake, the David Fincher remake with Rooney Mara was fine, but I didn't think we really needed it like a year or 2 after that original trilogy came out. Same sort of stuff. I thought Claire Foy did a fine job. She was perfectly fine as Salander. But yeah, I love the original trilogy, like I said. So that is The Girl in the Spider's Web. Alright guys, moving on. Up next we have The Hurricane Heist, directed by Rob Cohen. Starring Maggie Grace and Toby Kebbell. Yeah, good little heist thriller action movie. I thought it was perfectly fine. Not a great film. I thought Maggie Grace was good as the lead, trying to stop this $600 million heist during the eye of a hurricane. Yeah, pretty cool film, I thought. Like I said, not that great, but still very enjoyable. I love a good caper, as they say. And I thought The Hurricane Heist was just perfectly fine. So that is The Hurricane Heist. Up next we have The Mule, of course directed by Clint Eastwood, who stars in the film as an 80-year-old, sort of estranged from his family, his daughter, and he takes on this job as a courier for the Mexican drug cartel. All he has to do is drive and deliver drugs and money and so on. Bradley Cooper is the sort of FBI agent who's trying to figure out who this guy is. Yeah, very well made film, as you would expect with a Clint Eastwood movie. The guy is still prolific in his 80s. I haven't seen Richard Jewell yet. That's on my Netflix queue. So looking forward to checking that out when that comes around. Uh, Good solid supporting cast. People like Diane Wiest and Michael Pena. Yeah, I thought The Mule was really good. I only even saw it like a couple months ago. I forgot to add it to my queue when it initially came out, and I was like, why haven't I seen The Mule yet? And it's already like November, December of last year. So I only finally watched it just a couple months ago. But I really liked it. As with most Clint Eastwood films of recent years, always been a big fan. And The Mule was no different. Alright guys, moving on. Up next we have Ocean's 8, directed by Gary Ross. Of course, a all-star cast led by Sandra Bullock, Cate Blanchett, Helena Bonham Carter, Rihanna, Aquafina, Sarah Paulson, to name a few. Who else? Anne Hathaway, of course, Mindy Kaling. Yeah, good, solid heist film. I love the Ocean's films, or at least most of them. I really like the Ocean's 11, the remake, and I like the original from 1960. Of the two sequels, I'd say Ocean's 12 is probably my favorite. The second one, Ocean's 13, not so much. But I still like all those movies. Like I said, I love good heist movies, and this one, the female version of Ocean's 11. Hopefully not to be confused with the female version of Ghostbusters. Um, yeah, perfectly fine film about a sort of diamond heist off a actress. Good film. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Good cast. That is Ocean's 8. All right, up next, another film about bank robberies and heists and so on. We have The Old Man and the Gun, starring Robert Redford as a 70-year-old lifelong criminal who's escapes out of prison and goes on a bank robbery spree. Casey Affleck plays the detective who's after him, and Sissy Spacek is the love interest. Yeah, good film. Really good performance by Robert Redford, sort of your friendly neighborhood bank robber, if you like. Really solid movie. I always love films about this type of stuff. That's kind of obvious in this update itself. But yeah, The Old Man and the Gun, I liked it a lot. Starring Robert Redford. Alright guys, up next we have Red Sparrow, starring Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, really good spy thriller about a Russian ballerina turned KGB agent playing deadly games with the CIA. Yeah, I really dug this film. Kind of sexy, interesting espionage thriller, which I'm a big fan of in general. Really disappointing that we won't get Black Widow, at least in theaters, this in these upcoming weeks. I think it was supposed to be released in March. I'm not sure. Can't remember. But yeah, with basically the theater business shut down, how movies are going to get released is very interesting right now. But I dug it. Love Jennifer Lawrence in general. Good supporting cast. People like Jeremy Irons, Mary Louise Parker, Charlotte Rampling. So yeah, if you like a good Russian spy thriller, Red Sparrow is a pretty decent film, I thought. Okay, moving on. Last but not least, really good film that I really wasn't expecting, and that is Widows, directed by Steve McQueen. Yeah, really great film about four women, unrelated, led by Viola Davis, who have to come together to sort of pay off their husbands' debts, and their husbands involved in criminal activity, stealing and heist, that kind of thing. I thought really interesting dynamic. I mean, you've got these great big actors like Liam Neeson and Colin Farrell, who essentially get killed off in the beginning of this film. Spoilers if you haven't seen it, sorry. But I really dug it. I like the cast a lot. Michelle Rodriguez, Cynthia Erivo, who was also in Bad Times at the El Royale, which I forgot to mention. Elizabeth Debicki I thought was great in this. I thought she was really good. Yeah, Robert Duvall's in it as well. Yeah, really good, interesting film. Sort of a different perspective on the whole heist genre in general. Viola Davis was fantastic. Widows was really well made, really well done film. I thought. If you're a fan of heist films and you're tired of seeing just men doing these type of things, Widows and Ocean's 8 are definitely for you. So those are the 8 films, all from a couple years ago. Sort of a mix of crime and caper movies, a little thriller in there. Let me know what you thought about these movies. Hopefully things will get back to normal sooner rather than later, but I highly doubt it based on what I'm experiencing in California and what's going on in the world today. There's a lot bigger problems going on in the world than worrying about movies and release dates and all that kind of stuff. It's crazy times we live in, that's for sure. But thank you for watching as always, and until next time, I'll see ya.
Bond. James Bond.